I'm with Aparna. I pronounced that right.
No, Aparna.
Aparna. I put the A before Aparna. And Aparna got me outside and said, hey, would you mind answering a question about what this conference means to you? Sat down at the computer and did it, but then also you're using things with Google Maps.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you did.
So we're just trying to find people from different countries. I got a girl from Singapore and I got a girl from Africa who just came over and wrote a little blurb about how the conference has affected them. And it's amazing. I mean, people coming together to make an effect on the world. So I thought it was amazing. And they just wrote a little blurb about how it affected them today.
You'll collect those comments and everybody will learn from them and you'll show them by next year.
Yeah.
And you're a sophomore?
Yes.
Good. And you have a computer science class then?
Yeah.
So they got her because she's a computer person and said do this. And, tell me about what you think. We talked a little bit about asset-based thinking. Tell me what you think your greatest asset is.
My greatest asset?
Yeah, I know there's a lot of them, which is pretty
The thing is, I like to find a goal before I do anything. Like if I'm starting my homework, I set the goal. So all that things that happen in school, this girl hates me or I failed the math test, I kind of just first start setting a goal and then I work and finish that goal. And after I get done with that goal, I move on to my next goal. So I just kind of start with goals instead of having it cluttered in front of me.
So you have a great way of focusing, organizing, seeing where you have to go, and then get there and then just keep on going.
Yeah.
You have a good way of getting rid of the noise. And in asset-based thinking, what that is basically filtering out all the deficits around you and focusing on your goal and assets that you have. So that's a great quality. And what have you done a service learning project in school?
Yeah, we went around and we collected plastic bags from people because they're clogging up our oceans and stuff. So we just collected them and we gave out free recyclable bags that we got from an organization. And we got I think around 150 people in our community to just change from plastic bags to recyclable bags.
And where is that community?
Fremont, California.
Fremont, California, lucky community. The other thing is if you could say something to an adult and say, why don't you become a service learner in your world? What would you say to them? What project would you say?
My project?
No, from an adult. What would you have an adult? If you got an adult and said, hey, service learning has meant this to me, you should try it.
If I had to tell an adult to start a service learning organization, I would definitely tell them to pursue something that they're close to. Because people, adult, they have a career and they have a family and it's hard for them to balance. So instead of making it a separate aspect of their life, they can just combine it with their career. So my dad's a computer science major. So what he would do is he starts off by giving free computer lessons to kids in his neighborhood, and then he starts donating computers to people in the neighborhood. It starts with just linking things together. Instead of making separate projects, just put things together so that they all come together in the end. And it makes it easier for you too.
That is great. I couldn't, you can't say it any better than that, can you? It's terrific. Is your dad doing that?
My dad's giving computer lessons to, kids.
I bet you inspired him. Yes, you did. You ever hear of, Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the monument to presidents and stuff. It's for people that it was built because people admired it.
Yeah.
If you had your own Mount Rushmore, I know you can put a lot of people on it. What would be? Give me one person you'd put on that Mount Rushmore.
One person who, there's a saying. I don't know if you've heard this saying, but you can do something amazing, but you won't. Probably half the world might know who you are, but the one person who made you do that career, made you change so many other lives, I would put the person that affected me in my whole life. And obviously that's going to be my mom.
Your mom.
My mom.
Good for you.
I would put my mom on there.
And you put your mom, and if your mom were listening, and there's something aside from just putting her on there, what's that quality, that thing about her that got you?
It's because how people move from different countries, it's hard for them to hold on to what they really love. My mom's been able to keep my family together, and I really admire that about her. She's not one of those parents who stop you because of finance or because of just or cultural reasons. She just wants you to go and have fun and just make a difference in the world.
So she lets you have be yourself,
Yeah.
but she also has kept you in your cultural roots.
Yeah.
And she's building values for you.
Yeah.
You know, the great thing about asset-based thinking is that all those qualities that you admire in your mom, the reason why you put her on that Mount Rushmore is because you have to be you. You do. Most of the time, the things that you admire in people are there in you. And you know what I admire about you?
What?
Your energy, your inquisitive nature. You were out there, you asked me to do something, and then you asked a little bit of the thing about asset-based thinking. And she grabbed me by the arm and said, I'm going to go check this out right now with you. She just took hold and do it. You have great insights. And you really have a wonderful attitude. You want to learn.
Thank you so much.
And you taught me a lot.
Thank you.
I wrote that thing about reverse mentoring. When you saw that, what did that mean to you?
What it meant to me was you get little kids to teach a big adult. That's seriously what I thought.
And that's what it is. That you get, usually mentors are thought to be old, wise sages.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that way. Mentoring can come in any different direction. And you mentored me today. So thanks a lot. You were wonderful.
Thank you so much.